This is not a happy Thursday. Um, I'm out of coffee. I have my message here for Sunday and have no idea what to do with it. Have you ever been stuck? um, like either you have so many options and so many directions to go that you kind of get paralyzed by not knowing which one's the better one, or you don't have any options or any ideas and you just kind of sit dead in the water. We just came out of a really good series. I thought it got a lot of good response. There was a lot of great conversation and surviving the storm. And we're heading into a new series called 30 Days to Freedom. And what's happened with this series is it started out as a 30-day series, which is, okay, the month of September, what does it look like to commit ourselves to some practices and habits that'll grow us into who we want to be? And then I had this thing kind of lay on my spirit that said, we need to talk about freedom because people feel constrained and restrained and confined, and we want to help people experience what Jesus came to bring. I mean, in Luke 4, when he declares his ministry, he says, I come to set people free. So freedom is really important. This is the problem. Nobody can really define what that means. I put together what I thought was a pretty good message about freedom and what it is and what it isn't, and why it's important and how to get there. And I was struggling and I couldn't get it to really coalesce, to come together. So I've been crowdsourcing it. This is the table that Man Cave sits at. We had it this past Monday night. A lot of great conversation, a lot of great sharing that's even gone on afterwards in our text group. And then I said, hey, I want to ask your opinion to help me with this. And we'd already gone late. We'd already gone 2 hours. And I threw out this to them, and very few people had the same opinion or thoughts or understanding or experience of what freedom is and what it looks like. It drifted into talking about peace. Does freedom bring peace? Has anybody really experienced peace? What is peace? Is there tension in peace? We talked about contentment, but that went all over the place. Is contentment happiness? Is it complacency? Can you be content? And so I had to wrap up the conversation because it was really late. We didn't really land anywhere, and there's been some ongoing conversation. I have sent this out. You can feel my frustration. I have sent this out to groups of people that I talk to and go like, tell me what freedom means to you. And I'm getting some basic churchy answers. Freedom is what Jesus came to give us, to set us free from sin or addiction, which is all true. But the freedom was always to release us from things. And when we say the words, freedom is not freedom from, it's freedom towards. But I can't get any kind of consistent understanding of what that towards is. Let me say this. It seems to be very individualized and very personal, which I think there's a truth in there somewhere, that it's not this freedom or peace or contentment that we're all going to experience the same way, that there is this individualized freedom that we receive. I need to write this down while I'm talking. This personalized individual freedom that we experience, and then we bond that together in this total community of freedom. I am just saying words because I'm still struggling with what this message is going to look like. It's Thursday, and I still don't feel good about this. I know what some of you are saying, just trust God and He'll bring it to you. I believe that. I've had that happen before. I've shown up on Sunday morning with a prepared sermon and not give it because God laid something else on my heart. I've experienced that, so I know what that's like. But there's this wilderness that I am in right now that is not experiencing that. And so I don't have a whole lot to say about what's happening Sunday. I'm going to trust, I'm going to hope, I'm going to pray that something happens, but I'm gonna be super honest with you. As a person who does this on a regular basis, I am really stuck right now. So, Sunday will be interesting. um, because I've got to let go of some things that I'm holding on to open myself up for what freedom is. So all of you who've been part of this conversation, thank you. You've been very helpful. Come or tune in on Sunday to see what's going to happen. This group of guys gave me a lot of good advice. I wrote down a lot of stuff and have worked it in, but it still hasn't gelled yet. So Sunday is going to be interesting. If you have never tuned in before or you've been missing for a while, tune in for no other reason to see if this works out. And I'll share some of that Sunday morning. We have a lot going on. My brain is fried right now because there's a lot going on here that we're trying to deal with. Check out our social media. Our Instagram is back up and running really well again. Facebook is active. All the stuff that's happening, the changes in the student ministry, the women's Bible study starts up next Thursday morning and Thursday night. The retreat signups will be in the lobby. Everything you need to know will be on social media. No coffee? I gotta go get me some. I'm gonna be just totally leaning into God on this one. So, it's Thursday. Have a great day, and we'll see you Sunday.